Yes, so here we are in my friend's office again. I told you we have different offices, so we are going to go to somebody's office once in a while. So guys, the people I have here is, I always call him White because he's white, but the white is this one. I don't know how people who named, how they did it, but actually is Mr. Horns, and this is White, Mr. White George. Actually is our host here in Ghana. But I thought about of one thing that, because I'm about to leave Ghana for this time, but there is something that I would want you guys to understand about this, because many of us, we've been doing breeding in this country, but not to the level that a person would want. You know, there is a lot of different breeding systems that are happening in the country, and one of it is natural breeding. Another one is artificial insemination. That is also breeding. Do you have any that you also want these guys to know? Any other breeding that you know?
Yeah, I think we can elaborate on that, but they are.
Okay, so now I would like to introduce to you these guys, because the knowledge, the heart, and the brevity that they have towards goat farming, actually animal in nature, in general, it's a lot. The man we have in front here, I think it would be very hard for me to meet him if it wasn't Mr. White. You know, whenever I meet a person, there is a reason why you met a person. I think there was a reason why I had to meet him, and he also has a reason why he met me, and we met the same person. Just take an example. Everybody's dream is all about having the fast growing animals. The animals which might have a bigger carcass. Bigger carcass is when you slaughter an animal, how much meat can you get out of it? Then also the speed they take to grow. When they grow, what is the maturity weight about that animal? So I'd like to welcome you, and also welcome George to the channel again. These people have their own channels, but just to take you a brief, why would you follow this kind of people? This man thought about of breeding, and he made the breed called Red Kalahari. I want him to tell us what time did it take this man to build that breed. It's just that. But first and foremost, I want you to follow their channel, because the channel is going to give you a lot of information, because that's where he is all the time. His channel is called Albiani Horns. Albiani Horns on YouTube. First click the subscription button. Keep following him. You're going to see a lot of things. This guy is going to explain to us how he really managed to do the breed. And many of you people have been asking me, the YouTube channel and the Facebook page, TikTok account for Mr. White. Just put in Hobby Farm Ghana. You're going to see all the details. There is good contents, good plans that they have for those channels. So without wasting a lot of time, I know everybody is like, Hamis, why are you prolonging the story? Why are you prolonging it? We really want to hear from this man. You're welcome.
Gavish.
I don't know whether I really explained to them the real names of your YouTube channel and your names.
Yeah.
I think you can reply to them, but I know your English, some of them might not understand it. But I tried to and put it in our, the accent. Alban is A-L-B-I-N.
A-N.
E-A-N.
A-N.
It is A-N.
A-L-B-A-I-N.
N. Horns, like the way you see the horn. You're welcome. I want you to talk to my people.
Yeah, just thank you for the opportunity. It's on the channel. I think if they look under Albie Horn, Albie is Albie, and the surname is Horn,
Yes.
like in Horn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Why did you choose Horn?
Yeah,
Where did that name come from?
well, obviously we are from many generations back from German heritage, and this is just our surname since.
Horn.
Yeah.
So you did ask your grand why did they choose Horn or something? So you found the name Horn and then you just took it on.
It just means strong people.
Oh.
And and then I think the rest of the link is the Albian is a combination of me and my brother's names, Albi and Ian. So it's Albian, Albian stud. And so it's.
So you're doing farming with your brother or your relatives?
So my great grandfather, both sides, mother and father side were farmers, but my father was the initial farmer that started stud breeding in 1965, and because we were these two sons, ever since we were farming with him, he took both our names and a combination of the two names, and this is where Albiani is coming from.
So being a breeder is always thinking about breeding everything, even the names.
Yeah.
Mr. Horn, please, first and foremost, I want you to tell me, how long did it take you to breed a breed, and you call it a breed?
Let's talk about the Kalahari Reds, because that is what we talk about.
Yes.
And, I managed to register it as a breed in 1998. But I already started in 1990. I was still studying then. My main background is animal genetics, animal science, animal reproduction, animal feeding. And, so since then I was selecting goats already for specific purposes.
Sorry to cut you short. I think I didn't hear it very well. Did you start thinking about having your own breed when you're still a student?
I was, people ask me when I started farming, and then, that's actually when I was born. But the thing is, always since I was very young, even in school, I started farming with goats. Even my great-grandfathers had goats, but I mean not specific breeds at that moment. So when I grow up, seeing certain shortcomings in goat farming, and once I studied, I saw it was possible to. Obviously you grow more, not just more intelligent, you become more practical towards what you do, becoming adult as well. And so I was looking for a hardy goat, good mother abilities, and at first I selected it, and then I was fortunate to have been connected to the correct people at the Agriculture Research Council, the Register of Stock Improvement, Stud Book. So all of these people gave me information what I needed, and so then I decided, if you want to do something else, do something new. And then I went and I got the characteristics that I was looking for. I found at the indigenous goats 30 years back. So I started selecting out of the indigenous ones obviously at the commercial characteristics, but your size, your body length, body capacity, femininity, other form, the selection for meat goats.
Okay.
And then decided on the brown color, and with all that advantages, and got, according to the information that the Register of Stock Improvement gave me, I went then in the background of my studies, I went in the direction of to getting the breed registered, and so went to the extent to do the DNA. So we needed to do DNA test. They call it DNA distance testing because you need to prove the distance between different breeds for the register of stock improvement to register your breed as a separate breed. So then went to the extent of collecting samples, DNA samples of all the
animals
that
were
times
selected.
existed. Well, we were 4 or 5 brown goat breeders at that stage in South Africa. So I've looked them up, went to them, start getting them together. So we went to all of them to have representable samples of the brown goats.
Okay.
And interesting enough, the samples been taken on the tip of the tail. Because when you pull out the hair, a piece of the hair, what you call it, the hair stem, is staying behind, and the DNA test is being done on that. So put the hair samples in a little bank bag, write the tag number of the buck or the goat on it, and all went off to the ARC.
Wow. So how long did it take you to approve that this is a breed?
So yeah, since started 1990, 9 years, now 8 years, and then well, through this we need to get money, so we got money at the FAO in America, because this is a very expensive process to do.
Yeah.
And went through the process. Obviously, the Agriculture Research Council went through their own tests and so forth, and then only after that they proved that this was a different breed. And then the breed needed to get a name, so very excited. But then now next phase is breed name. So we all came together, and there was different suggestions, and well, obviously I suggested Kalahari Red, and being Kalahari is an international renowned name. Everybody knows with the Kalahari, so it's a very regional name, but everybody knows where it is, and it also shows toward the hardiness and the harshness of the area, and this shows toward the hardiness of the goat, and then the red shows toward the color of the sand and also the color of the goat.
Wow.
So it's a combination. It's a bit of an international name, and it's easy and nice on the tongue to say.
So that means you used the advantage of that Kalahari area, being that it was already known, and you added on your red to show that you also thought about it. But that's a very good one in marketing, I think, to build up with something. So guys who are thinking about, so you mean that that process should have taken around 20 years or 25 years?
So now the breed have been registered 1998. So what now? Now we need to build the breed, need to keep on selecting, need to keep on breeding. So and then the numbers started picking up. So once the breed was there, we set down breed standards for the selection, and obviously normal body conformation, structure, characteristics that we've laid out, and also Studbook helped us a lot with that, and now people became more and more interested. I've wrote several articles about the breed, and people became enthusiastic. So started buying. So the breed just expanded and expanded and expanded, and well, till where it's today, it's officially the fastest growing small stock breed in the world.
I'm aware, but then I need your answer. If Hamisa wants to do my breed, which period of time, if I start and I move very well and everything is readily available, when do you think, if I start now, in terms of years, it can take me to come up with a breed that I think and can be registered? How long can it take me?
Would you like to start a new breed? Or what
Probably just in case, because many of us where we come from and entire Africa would also get inspired and say, I want to start building up a breed. But we need to look at how long it can take you. Is it 10 years? Can I build a breed within 20 years or 30 years? Some of them can even cross this and this, and they say this is Hamis breed.
No.
So, what would you tell me?
Your advantages, you know, Mr. Horn.
Yes.
So we're not going to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
So obviously, I've still got access to what we need to do, and this is you know, and besides just breeding breeds, this is about goat breeding. So we will apply the principles and see what services is available in your country regarding DNA testing, regarding the registration of a breed, etc. If not, there's international bodies that you can register with, and that's able to do this. And so with the support, it will be a lot quicker than the route I took, because you know, it was part-time what I did. So it was, you spend the money and the time that you've got, and you move. So if we put our mind to it and we want to create a breed in Uganda, I don't want to put a time to it, but certainly not as long as it took for us to register the Kalahari.
Yeah. So that means you do not have a time that you say that this, because in science there is something that you can estimate and say, if somebody tells you that I've been in existence, let's say for 10 years, and I was able to come up with this breed, do you think it can be possible? Because there is some things that happens in the science, and say, however good you are and manage and do everything, the gestation period of a goat will be 6 months. Will be 5 months. It will never be less.
You can't.
You get it?
Yep.
So I would like you also to advise us and say, if you think about it, because I have a client, she really wanted to do a breed, but when, depending on the science that I have in my head, I was trying to take her through the process.
You know,
and I told her, please, my dear, if you're not ready to put down over 20 years plus, don't think about this.
Number one is you need to have the capital. Time, it's a relative, because it's all depend on what we want to do. So, but I would say minimum 5, max 10, because we've got access to all the resources, and I think that's different, and because we know what to do and where to go. So it is, but I must tell you, thinking about it is very, and I would very much like to be part of it. It's exciting times if this is what people want to do.
Need concentration.
You know, we can identify the characteristics of that indigenous breed with a Kalahari, you know, the cross, and so it's unbelievable the opportunities that are within.
Hi, Hon. So you've given me a range, no less than 5 years, and in 10 years plus, you can probably do it. If you are putting a lot of finances, would you advise countries and governments, other governments of our Africa to come up with their breeds? Is it something nice that you would advise somebody to go into?
I think there's two things we need to do. Mm-hmm. Number one, we need to preserve the original DNA in a country. Okay. So let's take the lady and the indigenous for interest sake. What breed is there in Uganda which you would like to cross with a Kalahari, which is also a brown goat? Does it exist?
Yeah, we do have some good, actually, in my country, the Spirias among the Spiria among the local inferior, we have local move in the goat, we have Chigezi. These are all.
So what I will suggest is that let's take those two. So we preserve the DNA of both. So you build a nucleus of both. And this is what we've done with the Kalahari as well. Till today, you can compare any Kalahari Red in South Africa with a nucleus, and you can prove. So what we do is, I would suggest is, and you know, this is part of your, not just a heritage, it's part of your country, is to preserve your breeds. They call it Farm Animal Conservation Trust. It's an international body as well. But besides this, so the number one idea will be to preserve, let's for example, say the two breeds that you mentioned, preserve both of them, and then we take that DNA and we cross those animals with a Kalahari, and that will be a different breed. So it's 1, 2, 3 breeds instead of just a new breed. So this new one will have a new name.
Whoa.
And the Uganda people are more than willing to help you to think about a name, but also the process we need to follow to enable this.
I need to ask you, because whichever communication that you deliver, it's taking me to another step. Now, if we add up those 3 breeds, how many generations do we need to cross in the same breeds to know that this is a full blood pure?
I think purity is one thing. To create a different breed,
Composite breed
is something else. So I would rather say, listen, let's go and see what we want to achieve.
Yeah, because we really need to see, like, the way, if your red Kalahari is bred with another animal, it will dominantly bring out brown.
Yeah.
Even if not brown, but if they produce 2, one can come out to be maybe another color, and another one will dominantly bring the brown, which is in its original DNA. Now, how many times that if we have added, let's say, Mubende, we have added Chigezi, then Kalahari, is that first cross the one that we shall take as a breed, or we need to do more other phases?
The first one is already better. A lot. A Kalahari buck on top of any indigenous female gives you 40 to 50% carcass mass, body quality, and carcass mass and growth rate announcement. So that's already a good cross. So those crosses we're going to use for breeding stock. So it will take you at least 5 generations, a minimum of 5 years. This is why it took 5 years and a maximum of 10. So 5 years to come to the point where you can register the breed.
And you have 5 generations.
And then you've got another 5 generations to I won't say to perfect it, but to go to the point that you want to achieve, what you would like to have.
So if we really need, let's say, the more meats, because Kalahari has more meats, these ones, let's say, have resistance, they have more twinity genes, so that means we shall be breeding more to the side of Kalahari, and say it is 70%, we can come up, let's say this is a ham breed. If this breed is 70%, let's say Kalahari, let's say 15% this and 15% this. Is that what will come up?
This is when we're going towards, what you want to keep the original characteristics, because those goats are adapted, and the characteristics is adapted in that country. So all you want to do is to add on. You want to add the meat, you want to add the size, the growth rate, and all of that.
But playing within the 3.
So that, and working towards, so identification will be very important, because the F1s need to be identified. Because we need to go from F1 to F2, 3, 4, 5, and but all of this we can assist. All of this is possible, and well, I can share this with the viewers. As we speak, we are building a brand new animal science, small stock science, actually livestock science and research private station near Pretoria, and it's also a reproduction center. Where DNA can be done. It will be a semen hub or a semen bank. It will be an embryo bank, and also this will be where the clones will be grown.
Hans, you make my head think like 1,000 times, because that's part of my dream, and I think probably I'll be able to do it. So advise us, like me who is coming up, please can you advise me or encourage me that I shouldn't have to throw away that dream? How do you feel, really? It's like having something and it is dominating all over the world. How do you feel? I want you to tell my viewers how you feel.
I think it's one of the most fulfilling feelings. I never expected it to go to this means. Never. I started with something that I believed in, but I also think it's God-given. I don't mistake that, because You know, every morning if I wake up with a new idea, and well, how I work towards this doesn't come from myself.
Wow.
So
That's
that
perfect.
number one. So my inspiration is purely from the top, and yeah, and you know, I certainly hope I can be an inspiration to people to show them what is possible.
Wow.
And then you know, secondly is I think this is if we have information, if we are able, and we share. Let's talk in this case is goat farmers, and we share. We are making a positive difference in people's lives. And you know, Africa, being Africa, has got 500 million goats. So all we want to do.
Africa, we have 500 million goats.
Yes.
Okay.
So what we are providing, I call it genetic empowerment. So whether it is you, which is already on a high level with your animals, or the next farmer, which is even higher, or the one that want to start, we are providing the genetics to take you to the next level, to empower you to make more money. We will provide you with the information, the animal health, the reproduction information, supply you the animals, supply you the semen if you want to do artificial insemination. So all of this to commercialize the communal farmers in Africa, because this is what we need, but they need our support and information.
Wow. That's so beautiful. So my viewers, I told you, the guy has a lot of knowledge. These guys have a lot of knowledge. Go and subscribe on their channel. Albiani Horns, that is the page, and also Hobby Farm. Guys, get information. I told you, when you give information, you always get more opportunities for this kind of stuff. So I'm empowered. So guys who are thinking about of doing breed, I think we've broken here and there. You know where you stand. You know the finances. So me, I call upon NAGRIC and Data Bank in my country, the one in the ones that are in charge of breeding in my country. Please, you've got the resources, you've got everything. We want you to come up with something very beautiful. We shall be very proud, because now goat farming is entirely very beautiful. So subscribe, Horns or Albiani Horns. That is the breeder of Kalahari Red, Blackberry, and other breeds that he's trying to bring up. And then also Hobby Farms, Ghana. You're going to see, I told you the collaboration is not just easy, but you're going to see what to say. So, Mr. Horns, you can say bye-bye to these guys. And then Mr. White,
Thank you guys.
say that is the cause of all this. All the information that you see is coming from he's our problem. That you are also going to keep scratching your head, this, that. So beautiful, nice. Let me just wish you the best, guys. See you when you see me, and bye for now.
Thank you.